precious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So Michigan's offense will have the ball first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very
strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. You can hear the roar all the way to Mount Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers, I don't know where they find them, but year after year they find some of the best players in all of football.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of it.
There he goes! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there, running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Kramer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. On the move at the 30. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up.
Touchdown, Penn State! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best. In conference, both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And the Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Now adjusting. He'll get rid of it. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
Break! Just plowing ahead. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kramer. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on second down. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Need. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
If you try to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. This guy fits the bill. Big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. Oh, they're after him. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. All the way back to the 15. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Kramer. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Turning it on! Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. Offense will try to strike on first and 10. Off the boot, looking for his man. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It makes it really tough on a defense when you got a dynamic quarterback that you can roll out. You bootleg him to the right here. The defense has to now recover quickly, chase the guy out there. Oh, wait, I still got to cover wide receivers down the field. I still got to cover other guys and try to get this guy on the ground. They do a great job on this play.
Just going to keep it after the snap. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Nittany Lions are on the move. To the air on first down. He's got an open man. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Penn State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
So here comes the Michigan offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got him downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, the big fella running to glory. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense putting points on the board.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Just ran over it.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
It's picked off and another empty drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Running behind that left side. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. He's looking to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put it.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field, they got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. At the 20. And he has taken it all back. Touchdown, Penn State.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Wolverines want to move quickly. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Back open in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's already 1 for 1, so this... Oh, they blocked it!
How about the big-time play? I mean, you set up the block one way, they come flying and they get the block. The guy on the other side, your responsibility is I'm the scoop guy. You could tell he sees the block, scoops it up, takes it down the field, almost scores. What a huge play.
D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Got to make sure they're sound in protection. They had one blocked earlier. Absolutely center cut. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Townsend. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Running back searching for a hole. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Nittany Lions in the hurry up. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. Oh, and what a move. What a juke. And he makes it past the marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And the Nittany Lions are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Vargas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain.
Right down the middle. That is is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Direct snap. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Townsend. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Got his man to the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Give to the running back. There he goes.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Just feeds the running back.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too.
Gashing the knee on the right. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. To the air, it's Edwards. Fires to the big fella.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the one.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. A strike downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back to pass, it's Edwards. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Pulls in the deep ball, and he was off to the races catches, and he gets it to the 45. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And this is just one of those days. Where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to...
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They want that clock to run. Breaks into the open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
First down here for the offense. To the ground. He's got it again. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing